Hey Kansas City Chiefs fans, it's BJ Kissel again with another video for the new Arrowhead Pride YouTube channel. A couple of weeks ago we came to you from Torrey Pines State Park up in northern San Diego County, and then last week we were downtown at Kansas City Barbecue. Today we're coming to you from Carlsbad, California here at Velocity Sports Training Facility, and the reason that we're here is it's that time of the year where you have a lot of college football players around the country that are training, preparing themselves for the upcoming draft. About a month ago they were training themselves for the combine, so we came to one of those facilities that guys come to prepare themselves, to get ready for the combine and to get ready for the NFL draft, to try to, make an NFL team so they're playing on Sundays in the fall. So we're going to sit here and talk with the owner and talk a little bit about what these guys go through during a workout and the schedule these guys have, and just a little bit about, what an off season is like for those college hopefuls or those NFL hopefuls. All right, guys, we're here with Charles Dimry, owner of Velocity Sports, and first of all, I want to thank you for allowing us to come in and to sit down and talk with you, and for us to come into your obviously your business when you guys are busy, and get a chance to talk a little bit about what you guys do here.
No problem, man. My pleasure to have me.
Not a problem. Well, I know there's a lot of people out there that would want to know, because obviously you played in the NFL for 12 years, right?
Right.
Yeah, and you played for a couple of the teams in the AFC West.
Yeah.
So you played for what years did you play with the Broncos and the Chargers?
I played with the Broncos from 91 to 93 and the Chargers from 98 to 2000.
What kind of stories do you have about playing as an opponent of the Chiefs back in the day, coming to Arrowhead? What was that like?
It was phenomenal because when I was with Denver has a great fans, and they're loud, but there's nothing louder than coming to Arrowhead. I was amazed, and when I first got there to Denver, and it was the Monday of the week of the Chiefs game, and they brought out the speakers. I'm like, why are we bringing out the speakers? Like, no, you don't understand. It's extremely loud in there. You won't be able to hear anything. I was like, really? It's an outdoor stadium. Really, how loud can it get? No, trust me. Okay, so, for the whole week we go to practice with the huge speakers out on the field. Right. I'm like, oh my gosh, and you're screaming. You're like, yeah, dude, it's just like that. It's that loud. I'm like, okay. But it's nothing like it until you get there and you're at the national anthem and you're sitting in a sea of red. And they say the home of the Chiefs at the end of the game, and I mean at the end of the anthem, and and you're like fired up. You're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. The fans were great. When we got there, we're pulling up in the buses coming to the stadium. The fans were great. They're not but they wave at the fans, and they wave at our buses. Hey, you're gonna lose today. What you expect. Nothing bad, or they're not throwing anything at the buses or anything like that. They're always out there cooking. I'm like, man, you want to get out of the the bus and go get some barbecue. Like plays or games that you remember from your time playing at Arrowhead? Is there like a specific play that you remember? Yes, I don't remember the year. It was '92. We were playing there, and I think Vlasic was the quarterback for you guys then. But we were down. I picked one off and took it to the end zone and scored. And I was down there and I was doing my chop, and I was in the end zone. That went over well. Yeah, that went over well. And all of a sudden, I just get doused by this beer. I'm like, oh my gosh! I'm like, oh, that was cold. Oh, but it was great, and I, I turned around and I looked in the stands, and like, what can you do, and I just laughed and turned around and jogged back to the sideline, and we're like, what was that? Somebody threw something at you? I was like, yeah, somebody doused me with a beer. I was like, that's great, man. I think it's a Coors Light, but so it was cool. We ended up winning that game, but that was cool. That's one thing that stands out in my mind about playing in the Arrowhead Stadium, getting doused with a beer in the end zone. So I was probably at that game, but I don't think I was the kid that the guy that threw the beer on you. That would have been a hell of a throw from where we were sitting. So. But we're going to take a little look at your facility here, and then show a little bit about the kind of workouts that you guys do, and then we'll talk with you a little bit more. Okay, sounds good. All right, thanks, man. Thank you. The combine is a big interview, and so it's like a big test. So we're not training them like we would train them like during the off season. We're training them specifically for these tests. So we'll do drills that are going to help them improve in their tests. You know, these tests are a lot of technique involved, and so they go through a lot of drills that are more technique based, so that when it's time to do the drill, that you know, they'll be successful. They'll good times. Morning will come in and we'll work on, you know, the 40s, you know, the starts of the 40s, and the starts of the cone drill and the L drill. Then we'll come in, they'll have lunch, then they'll come back and they'll do weights. Once they're done with weights, they go and they do a stretching. If anybody's got any nagging, you know, injuries, they'll go see the trainer. They'll take care of that. You know, get massages. One good thing about being here in Carlsbad and in training and being, you know, 2 blocks away from the beach is that what we tell them after their workout is to go to the beach and stand in that nice 50-degree water and just go out there waist deep and stand there, and it helps refresh their legs. And so, you know, that's pretty much like a typical day. Have to come in very focused, and those are usually guys who end up doing well at the next level. Their work ethic is excellent. Their ability to concentrate and stay focused is on the goal at hand, and not to be distracted by other outside influences is really critical to give yourself the opportunity to be successful at the next level. And the guys, I feel like the guys that bring that and can do that consistently are the guys who are going to end up being successful at the next level. From my experience, I try to relate to them that, one, that if you get the opportunity, you need to treat it like a job, because it is absolutely a job, and that's how your team, your organization is going to treat you. So you need to, with that in mind, that they need to come in and be very professional, be very focused, be very dedicated, work extremely hard, have a good hard work ethic. Realize that it's okay to be the first one there and the last one out. It's your job. You know, you want to be the best, so you got to put in the time to be the best, and if you're not willing to do that, you're not going to last long. The average is 3 years, you know, and you're lucky if you make it to 3 years. So if you want to be successful, then you got to put in the hard work. If you want to be the best at your job, take that playbook home and make sure that you've got it back and forth. Learn your position, everybody's position. You know, learn the defense as a whole, not just your position. You know, like, be the most complete player you can be. And those players who can do that are the ones that end up being successful.
What happens on Sundays in the fall with these guys is a direct result of the kind of work they put in at places just like Velocity Sports here in Carlsbad. So for the new Arrowhead Pride YouTube channel, I'm BJ Kissel.